you don't know what this is called Seitan. It is wheat gluten. Pretty easy to make. It's a fun project if you have a little bit of time. And it's basically a vegan protein that was invented in China. And you see it in all sorts of Asian dishes in the vegan space. It's really good. It's high protein. It's a pretty mild flavor, so you can flavor it however you want. So right now I am washing the dough, and so what this does is removes, it looks kind of like slime. Yeah, I could see where that comes from. I mean, it is pretty goopy, but this is just the protein from bread. So to make this, you get a big ball of dough, and you knead it to activate the gluten, just like you would any sort of bread dough. And then once your bread dough is developed, you just rinse it. So you just run it under water. Oh, thank you so much, Rosie. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I've been making a lot of seitan lately, so because I like eating like high protein foods. Hi, Dora. How are you? Yeah. So what you do is you just rinse the starch off of the bread dough. So when you start off, the starches, like the starch water, looks kind of like this. So this is very white and milky, and that's because of all of the starches that are from the bread dough. And you can actually use this to make noodles or vegan bacon or something. But after a few washes, it starts to get clear like this, and that is a good sign. That means you're almost done. This takes about 5 washes, and under cold water. And yep, then you'll just be left with this big mass of protein. And that's what this is. Seitan. Yeah, it is. Look at this. Well, it's maybe less slimy, more like stringy and goopy. Yeah. Hi, Yo-Yo. How are you? Are any of you guys vegan? Oh, you are? Cool. How long have you been vegan for, Rosie? Maybe too long to remember. Oh, 1 year. Okay. Nice. Happy vegan anniversary. What started you off to go vegan? Like, how did you get there? Starting to get really firm. Probably wash it one more time and it should be good. This year marks my 10th year of being vegan, so back in 2016. And I went vegan because my best friend at the time, he wanted to try it out. But he was really just eating mangoes, and he was doing like the raw fruitarian diet, and I was kind of worried for him. So I did it alongside him so that I could learn learn about like vegan cooking. And then after that, I got connected with like activist groups like Anonymous for the Voiceless, and that kind of solidified me. Hey, Vroom. Today I am making Seitan. So this is like vegan protein. It comes from wheat, from bread flour. So if you heard of someone who's like gluten-free, this is their their kryptonite. It's just pure gluten that comes from wheat. So it's an excellent source of protein, vegan or not. It's pretty tasty. It's really cheap too. All this comes from 5 pounds of flour, and yeah, once you wash it all down, you get about, I don't know, a third of the volume. This is all just pure protein, so I think this whole thing probably has maybe like 200 grams of protein. And yeah, I'm just gonna cook it in a couple different ways, probably fry a bit, and steam some of it. When you fry this, it actually becomes really crunchy and tasty. You just fry like a small bit like this, and yeah, it puffs up, and it honestly has the taste of chicken skin when you like hit it with a little bit of salt. That's my favorite way to have seitan, is just fried up with a little bit of salt. Yeah, you should. Do you cook, Vroom? Oh, thanks so much for the sub. Yeah, I have a video. I do have a video already, a couple of videos on my channel about seitan, like how to make it, and some tips to make your seitan better, because it can be pretty intimidating, especially for people who haven't tried it before. So yeah, I have a few resources on my channel that you can look into if you want more info on that. Yeah, and there's actually 2 different types of seitan methods. So you have the wash the flour method, which is like this, where you make the dough and wash the flour off. This is the traditional method that the Buddhist monks would use back in China back in the day. And now there's a more modern method called vital wheat gluten, which is it's basically the gluten that's been dried and processed, so it's in a powder form, and you can just add water and seasonings to it, and then you'll have this dough. So it's much faster. The taste isn't as good, but you save a ton of time, which is really helpful if you're super busy, but you still want like a cheap plant-based protein source. Yeah, hey, Seitan Anya?
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, I'm making seitan right now, which is a vegan protein.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's vegan protein made from wheat. So right now I'm just rinsing all of the starches off of my bread dough. And yeah, it's pretty much done. I think I'm gonna do one more wash. And then after we wash it, so thanks. Yeah, I like my tattoos too. Try to be really intentional with my tattoos because they're gonna last forever. So most of my tattoos are places that I've been, or things that represent me. So I got places for like New Zealand, Texas, Brazil. I'm from Hawaii, so I have a lot of, I've got like a turtle and a whale and this is it's a native Hawaiian plant. Yeah, so yeah, lots of Hawaii. I got Canada, I got New Zealand here. So yeah, I want to get another tattoo, but I don't have the money right now, so I'm just saving up for it. Do you guys have any tattoos? What's your favorite tattoo? Or are you more into piercings? And where are you guys from? Tennessee, Asia. What part of Asia that's so big? No, I don't think I've seen your Majora's Mask tattoo. I don't know who you are. Are you? Tell me your name and maybe I'll know. Is that PJ? That'd be crazy if that was PJ. You went to Canada last week? Nice. So were you able to be here for FIFA? Oh, Johnny. What's up? What's up, Johnny? I haven't talked to you in a minute. How are you doing? I always wonder how you people go vegan every time I try to order vegetarian outside its salads. Yeah, you know, India is actually kind of difficult to be straight vegan, right? Because it's they like put butter and ghee and everything. Yeah, I can imagine it's pretty tough over there. Let's see. Yeah, I guess it just depends on the country. I think generally it's pretty easy, pretty accessible. I mean, I think most places around here will have some vegan option or can make modifications or something. It's definitely not all salads. I haven't had a salad in so long. Chilling, grinding, working on my art. What kind of art are you doing? Do you have? Oh, were you doing photography? My blood is from Southern Asia, but I'm Canadian. Nice. Oh. Alright, so this Seitan is good for right now. So it's really like masked up. I think I'm gonna do it one more wash. Johnny, did you know that I started traveling? So I'm not in Texas. How long have I been cooking? A long time. I started cooking when I was in, yeah, it does take a lot of water. Yeah, it does. Not as much water as making a burger, though. Yeah, you'd be surprised. It looks like a lot of water right now because, you know, it's right in front of you, but animal agriculture uses up way more water. But yeah, how long have I been cooking? Yeah, I started cooking back in high school. I actually took a bet to be a vegetarian for a year, and you know, I was not the kind of person that would be vegetarian. I was eat like double cheeseburgers and ice cream sandwiches for lunch. So yeah, my friends dared me to do it for a year, and I took it on. And my mom wasn't really supportive in the sense that she wasn't going to cook me anything, but she gave me a bunch of vegetarian cookbooks. So I learned how to cook from that experience, and I liked it because it gave me a new hobby and it opened up my palate. And I kind of just continued to cook after that. So yeah, most of my cooking experience has been at least vegetarian and then vegan for 10 years. But I did have a period in between vegetarian and vegan where I was cooking animal products. It's like in university. Yeah. You cook small things since I was 7? Oh, okay, what was the first thing you cooked? Working towards being a character concept artist. Oh, wow, cool. When was the last time I ate meat? Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, bye. Have fun. I'll take Charlie for a walk. Yeah, must have been a long time ago where I had some chicken by accident in Thailand, maybe 8 months ago. Yeah, I was having a curry, and I ordered tofu, and they put chicken in it. So that's probably the last time. But intentionally, I haven't intentionally eaten meat in 10 years. Yeah.
When you take Charlie out for a walk, however, whenever long that is, can you turn the hose off?
Oh, yeah, sure.
It's just a little switch on the actual hose. You don't have to turn the water off.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, thanks.
Is that my kid? No, so I guess I'll tell you my situation right now. So yeah, I am in Vancouver, and I'm traveling nomadically. So I spent the last year traveling through Asia, and now I'm in Vancouver because I need to work a little bit, and I need to get my Canadian passport. And yeah, I'm doing this program called Workaway, which is a system where you do tasks and work for the host, and in exchange they give you housing, sometimes food, things like that. So it's a good way to travel if you don't have a lot of money, you're trying to save some for whatever. And yeah, it's really fun. Most of the time, the workaways are more like farm setups. So you go to a farm and do farm tasks, things like that, in exchange for housing. But the one I'm at now is a modern one. It's just like in the city in Vancouver. And yeah, it's just a couple that's, in their 80s, and they just need some help gardening and cleaning up around the house. So yeah, you get a stay I'm staying here for about 2 weeks. But I've done workaways where you stay for a month. So yeah, it's really cool. And I love that it's in Vancouver, because a lot of the times the workaways are in, the middle of nowhere. So yeah. All right, so my Seitan is good right here. It's been fully developed, so now I'm just gonna let it rest. So yeah, to do that, you just plop it in a strainer here, and then you just let it drain. So there's still some extra water in here, and so you want to drain that so the gluten strands kind of connect a bit more. And one trick that you can do to make sure they're extra tight is to add a bit of salt. So I'm going to add some sea salt here. and massage that in, and that'll help tighten the gluten strands. Yeah. I went to most parts of Alaska. Oh, cool. And Canada. Nice. Yeah, Alaska is really beautiful, huh? What did you do in Alaska? See that? Yeah, it's not drooping anymore, so that's when you know it's all good. What are my favorite hobbies besides cooking? Well, I used to play Super Smash Brothers competitively, and while I don't do that anymore, I will always consider that a hobby and a passion. I am really into photography, especially like food photography. And I'm getting into videography now that I have a YouTube channel. I'll show you my camera. This is my camera. Yeah, love food photography. Sports. I do like a few sports. I like ultimate frisbee. I played that in university, and that was really fun. And I love most water sports. Just being from Hawaii, you have to love the water. So yeah, like surfing, kayaking, canoeing, swimming, snorkeling, diving, all of those things. Kayaking is my favorite, though. Yeah. No, I have never rode a dirt bike or ATV, but I do like biking. Biking's fun. And I could see myself getting into mountain biking. Yeah, and I really like hiking too. Hiking and camping. And what about you, Vroom? What do you play? This is just gonna rest up. I actually don't. This is gonna rest for like 20 minutes, so I'm gonna have some free time. So I'm just gonna wash some dishes. You like all sports? Do I also want a Hasselblad? Yeah, you know, who wouldn't want a Hasselblad? That's such a nice camera. Not a lot of hobbies like baking, cooking, vegetables. Do you have a signature baked good that you like, or a signature dessert that you like to make? Ooh, tiramisu, hell yeah. I'm sure tiramisu is pretty good. Just keep working at it, and I'm sure it'll be Master Chef level. But yeah, have a good day, Vrim. Take care. Johnny, are you still there? so right now the seitan is kind of resting a bit. So while that's resting, I'm just gonna be washing some of these dishes. So what are y'all's favorite cuisine? What do you like to eat? The one annoying thing about gluten is it gets so sticky. So you have to work really hard to get it off of whatever you're using. What kind of foods do y'all like to eat? Or something. Okay, well, I'll start. So for me, my favorite cuisines are Korean, Mexican, um, and Thai. Yeah, those are my favorites. I really like Korean food because they use a ton of fermentation, which is really nice, and they eat a lot of vegetables. And I think their range is good of their cuisines. Like they have really nice spicy food. Street food is really good, and also they're comforting. Like their homey comforting soups are really nice as well, and so many vegetables. So yeah, I really like that. Mexican because it's really fresh, vibrant. There's a good balance of cooked and uncooked foods. So there's like a lot of good texture there, and I mean beans, right? Asian cuisines don't really, well, aside from India, don't really eat a lot of beans. So more like East Asia, and that was something that kind of would bug me when I was living there. It was just really hard to get a lot of beans, but in the Americas, beans are everywhere, so that's nice. And yeah, I don't know. I love the ingredients. I love the techniques that are present in Mexican cuisine. So yeah, really good. Just corn. Corn's nice. I mean, there's so many different varieties of corn. It's kind of like rice in the sense that it's just so amazing of an ingredient. It's so versatile, and it's really sustained people for generations. So. When I was learning how to cook, not when I was learning how to cook, like in my younger years of cooking, one of my favorite things to make was corn ice cream, because I got an ice cream maker for my birthday, and yeah, I would just make corn ice cream all the time, and I would make corn broth and drink that, and yeah, just I had a corn phase, I think. Sometimes you eat broccoli. Yeah, that's good. I think there's something like 200 different varieties of corn, um, which is incredible, but also sad because I feel like we don't really eat. We only eat like one or two varieties. Same with rice too. There's like in Thailand it's like 1,000 different varieties of rice, but you know people only know like 3 or 4. So that was a cool experience in Thailand, discovering that. Yeah, broccoli is amazing. How do you like your broccoli, Rose? Cooked. Well, obviously cooked, but how? Do you like it steamed? Do you like it roasted? Do you like it blended into a sauce? Do you like it fried or baked? Cooked is too vague. Also, raw broccoli sucks. Like, it's so spicy. It's like arugula. Something I have seen outside India, people only use the word spice for chili flavor, where your spices are all sweet. Yeah, that is true, huh? Yeah, most of the time when people say spice, they're referring to heat, unless you're talking about like a chai spice or pumpkin spice latte or something, then it's a bit different. What are you guys up to today? Probably Sunday, where you're at? It was actually my birthday yesterday, but I was working, so today is my relaxing day where I can do what I love, which is cooking. You don't want to touch raw broccoli. Well, you have to touch it to cook it, right? Okay, so yeah. So as you can see from like the resting, it's already got quite a bit of water. Thank you, Rose. So yeah, I'm just gonna let it keep draining, and then yeah, we'll cook it in a couple different ways. That'll probably be another 20 minutes. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should cook something. He said, yeah, you really don't like broccoli, okay? Or raw broccoli. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of ate already, but yeah, maybe I can cook something. Yeah, maybe I can make some tofu scramble. Have you guys had tofu scramble before? Broccoli trees. I actually need to make some coffee. Spawning Seitan. Oh hey LF. How are you doing? You're always commenting on my videos. Nice to see you. Okay, so I'm gonna make some tofu scramble. Got some curry powder and Honestly, you really don't need much else besides curry powder. Curry powder, salt, and pepper. I think is all you need, really. Yeah. Spice. Yeah, you really should. You look like you're 20? Oh, thank you. How old do you think I am? Well, I guess 20, right? But no, I am 36. Yeah, I was born in 1990. Okay, I'm gonna go grab some ingredients. And I still need to make a coffee. And actually, I think I'm gonna plug in my mic. What is in curry powder? So curry powder. Let's see what this. It depends, because there's like Indian curry powder, Jamaican curry powder, Japanese curry powder. So they'll vary a little bit. But let's see. So this curry powder has. Oh my god. This one is so ratchet, it just says spices and herbs. So this one is not helping. But, okay, so Bob's just going to give you a general idea of what is in curry powder. You've got turmeric, coriander, cumin, fenugreek, yeah, maybe some chili powder, some onion, some ginger, some chili, yeah. Yeah, I'd say that's about it. But yeah, most people when they make tofu scramble, they add turmeric to their tofu scramble for the color. But I like curry powder because it just adds more flavor and does the same thing. So yeah. So for this one, I'm gonna use some extra virgin olive oil, like tofu, which is really tasty and pretty high protein. This whole thing will give me 56 grams of protein. And yeah, I'll cut up some onions just to do some knife skills. Where the heck is that? Rose, I saw this in the fridge. Look at it. It's broccoli. It's raw broccoli. I don't know. It's so spicy. That was tasty. It's really good with hummus too. Just the raw broccoli. Have you ever had strawberries? Yeah, it's tasty. Actually, I want another piece. That was good. Yeah, when you're vegan for long enough, you kind of just will evolve and eat anything. See? Yeah. I like adding vinegar to tofu dishes. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Honestly, eating raw tofu is a superpower. Yeah. Because it's so quick. You literally just pull it out of the package and eat it. Yeah. So you asked if I eat strawberries with my meals? You mean like the fruit? Sometimes. I really don't eat that many strawberries. Yeah, I was wrong. It was really tasty. But it is spicy. Okay, so you need to grab an onion. I don't know where they are. You know, I'm in someone else's house, so they have their own way of organizing. Yeah, there's a bell pepper here. Avocado. Alright, so I've got bell pepper and an onion. So, okay, bye, Rose. Thanks for subscribing. I don't know how often I'll be streaming, but yeah, I'd love to see you again. Bye. Alright, let's start cutting. I've never seen tofu. What is it made of? Oh, tofu is made out of soybeans. And tofu is like, it's made in the same way that you'd make cheese. So you heat it up, heat up the soy milk. This is tofu, see? So you heat up the soy milk, and then you add an acid to it. So you could add like lemon juice or whatever, vinegar. And then it curdles, and then you strain it. And that's how you make like fresh cheese anyway. Yeah. Tofu looks a little like paneer, but it's not cheese, a bit more fibrous. So we get a chance to try it. Yeah, it's definitely not like if you eat it expecting it to be like paneer, it's not paneer. It's its own thing. But yeah, the process of making it would be how you make like ricotta cheese or something. Where you just heat up the milk, you coagulate it by adding like an acid to make little chunks, and then you strain it, and then you're left with the curds. Yeah. Yeah, tofu is all just completely from soybeans. And it's a great ingredient. It's low in fats, good amount of protein. It is technically cooked already, so you can just eat it straight out of the package if you're really like pressed for time. What I like to do with tofu is I will just mix it with like some curry powder and some mayo and some like Dijon mustard and celery, and then use that as like a salad. And I just put that on toast or something. Very quick meal. So LF, do I know you from anywhere? Like from Houston or Hawaii or something? Let's see. Yep. Okay, we're gonna cut up the bell pepper just a little bit. For dinner, you cook tofu with dark balsamic vinaigrette. It's a thick one, and I use coconut oil. It's delightful. Ooh, nice. Whoa. That sounds good. So, what do you do with the balsamic? Oh, so you make a vinaigrette with it, thick one. Use coconut oil. Okay, nice. So, do you like cook it in there as a sauce, or do you like add it afterwards? How do you do it? All right, gonna start cooking. So yeah, got my curry powder, got my tofu, got my veggies. And yeah, we're gonna cook it real quick. So pans are up here. Let's see. This one's fine. Yep, so just waiting for it to heat up. Alright, I can season this up. Add some salt. And some pepper. Yeah, with tofu scramble, I like to keep the seasoning pretty simple. I mean, you just need salt and pepper, really. And then the curry powder. Yeah, that's nice. Really, once you know how to season with like salt and pepper, it really helps. Goes a long way. You need to get some kind of professional professional culinary classes, because no matter. Well, hey, LF, I do offer like one-on-one classes. There's a website called Superprof, and it's in my profile, so on my channel page. So if you want to check that out, we can always arrange something. We could do like a one-on-one class, and I can help you out. Yeah, I know this is gonna be tasty. I mean, it's tofu scramble. How could you go wrong with tofu scramble? Oh yeah, I want to show you something else that I made. This is something that I've been getting into a bit more recently. I've been like making my own hair products and like skincare products. So I made some hair gel. It's actually in a B12 bottle, but yeah, I made some hair gel out of flax seeds. So see, it's like all goopy. That's flaxseed gel, and it actually works really well in your hair. So yeah, it's so goopy. I don't know how. I'm gonna put this back in. Let's see. 1 second. I'll do it over the sink because it's so goopy. what are some things that you feel like you would like to work on, LF? Alright, we're gonna start cooking. So I'm gonna add some olive oil to the pan. And what I like to do is I'll add my spices first to the pan, into the oil. And what this will do is it'll infuse the flavor straight into the oil. Because there's so many compounds in these spices that are fat soluble. And so if you add them directly to the fat, then you'll get a lot more flavor out of them. I'm just seeing if there's any chili flakes, but there's not. So yeah, I'm gonna add it straight to here, and let's see if I can make it a bit closer. Let's see. Here. That's good right there. Yeah. All right, so adding the chili, the curry. Okay, and then yeah, so you see it's kind of getting all infused there. Perfect. And you really only need to do it for a short amount of time, and then you add your aromatic. So we're adding the onion and bell peppers. And yeah. So this is gonna cook for a few minutes, and it's smelling so good already. Kind of crazy. The power of onions always wins. Yeah. And then yeah, there's so much flavor right in here. Yeah, so we're just gonna cook that a little bit until it's got some color on it, and then I'm going to add the tofu. We're kind of just basically making a base to add the tofu to. Yeah. All right. So that's looking good. So we're gonna add the tofu. This up. And you really don't even have to cook this that long, because the tofu's already cooked. So yeah, you kind of just make your base, and then you add your tofu to it, and then just cook a little bit. Then if you want to add some extra flavor too, what I like to do is add tahini to my tofu scramble. It gives it a little bit of extra richness. But if you don't have tahini, you can use hummus, because hummus has tahini in it. So just a nice scoop of hummus right here. Pop that in there, stir it up, and yeah, it'll taste a lot better. Always give it a taste. So yeah, pretty good. Add a bit more pepper though. Yeah, you always want to be tasting your food and adjusting the seasoning as you go. And like adding salt at different points in the cooking process will do different things for the dish. So yeah, always taste your food. Okay, yeah, this is tasting really good. Yeah, when that's done, I'm gonna add avocado. And then eat it. Oh, my foot is so itchy. Alright, tofu is done. I'm gonna do avocado. Do you have black salt to as a finishing salt to any of your vegan egg dishes? Sometimes. Yeah, it really depends if I'm in the mood for it. I don't do it a whole lot. I think if I'm trying to impress somebody, I would. But yeah, most of the time, no. Mainly because it's like I don't really need it. Like I'm not craving like an egg kind of taste, you know? I just kind of want tofu scramble, if that makes sense. And yeah, also I can be kind of sensitive to sulfurous foods, so if I add black salt to my food, it just like can really fuck up my stomach. So yeah. Yep. Okay, avocado. I'm just gonna chop this up. All right, now I'm gonna eat it. Yeah, my workaway was so nice. They paid for, they're paying for all my food, so it's really cool, and I think liberating to be able to travel with some of those expenses covered, like food and housing. Because a lot of people don't know that you can do that. No. Yep, there you go. Yummy. Yeah, and it's like you really don't need to use black salt. It's an optional thing. Yeah, I honestly couldn't tell you the last time I used black salt. It was a very long time ago. Yeah, I think it's just one of those things that's like if you're really trying to get an egg flavor, and maybe you're cooking for someone who maybe that would be beneficial for them, like maybe they're a vegan hater and you're trying to convince them that, hey, look, the food can taste like eggs, then yeah, go for it. But yeah, for me, no. Okay. It is a really cool ingredient, though, for sure. LF, do you have a favorite cuisine? Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna eat this real quick. I had a really good workout today, so yeah, I think I'm just gonna eat all of this. Hi, thanks for joining. I just made some tofu scramble, and right now I'm waiting for my Seitan to firm up. It's okay. Where do you live? Where do you live, LF? Yeah, I guess depending on the area, it can be hard to recreate certain dishes. I was really lucky when I was living in Texas. They had really amazing vegan Mexican food there. My eyes, they're, I don't know if you can see it very well, but they're green, hazel. Hazel, yeah. My body is so good at not being hungry until I decide to eat food, and then I just eat everything. So good. I wish I made more. Oh, you're from Spain. Oh, wow. That's really cool. Spain. Yeah, I can imagine it can be difficult in Spain. Are there certain ingredients that are hard to get? I didn't make a coffee. Try your name again? Okay, hold on. I'm getting a coffee. All right. Let's see. Chaitanya? Chaitanya? Is that right? Okay. So you wanted tomatillos, and the only way you could find them was in a can. It was like 9. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's inaccessible for sure. Um, mm. I'm sure your produce is better than than in North America. Ours is kind of shit, I think. I like the produce in Southeast Asia. It was really nice. Close. Chaitanya? Chaitan. I don't know. How else would you say it? Can you spell it out? Chaitanya? Or is it just Chaitanya? Something like that. I'm making a coffee right now, and it's so close to overflowing. I'm scared. Oh my god. Okay, I have to stop. I have to stop. Please stop. Okay. Ugh. I'm scared. What is my favorite cuisine? It's tough. I'd say Mexican and Korean are my top two. I like. I also really like Hawaiian food. Although it's like Hawaiian food is something that I have to make myself because no one's doing vegan Hawaiian food. Yeah, Mexican, Korean are my two favorites, for sure. Yeah, I also like Thai, Vietnamese, Indian, Japanese is good too. But they're all good. It is hard to pick. But I think I would choose Mexican number one because of the the vibrancy and because of beans, basically. I love me some beans. Yeah. Chaitanya, you need to tell me how to say your name. I'm stumped. Ugh. So you're not from here? Chai. Sanskrit word, Chaitanya. Less emphasis on in a chai. On a in a chai. Oh, so Chaitanya? Chaitanya. Chaitanya. Okay, cool. And products that import from Mexico. Yeah, that's true. When you import stuff, it's not as good as local. But I guess at the very least you can. Oh my god. Okay. So not E, but not I. Like Chaitanya. Chaitanya? Chaitanya? Really learning here. Seitan, yeah. Not Seitan, yeah. Not Seitan, yeah. Not Seitan, yeah. Seitan, yeah. I'm so stumped. I think what you could do, LF, is oh really? Okay. Fair. I guess you could import the chilies, maybe. I think that combined with like the local produce maybe could give you something similar, or like maybe if you're able to get masa or something, then you could kind of do a fusion of your local ingredients that are good with the flavors of Mexico, which, you know, is going to be corn and oh, Rosie's back. Hi. I'm just taking a break. I had some tofu scramble for lunch. Titania, where are you from? Did you say you're from oh, Did you say you're from Tennessee? No, I feel like corn in the United States is. Oh yeah, you're from Tennessee, bro. Yeah, corn in the U.S. is not that good, I don't think. So this is the Seitan. It's we're from India. Nice. Yeah, so the Seitan is doing better. I don't like touching it with my hands because I have to wash my hands every time. Yeah. So do you grow your corn in India, or does it have to get imported? That's cool, LF. What do you make for your plate lunch? Alright. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cook some of this now. I'll do the fried one for you guys. I'm not gonna finish my coffee first. I love seitan so much. It's my favorite vegan protein, I think. I'm drinking coffee. Maybe it's better like this. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. No, I love coffee. And the people here have an espresso, so it's really fast. Yeah. Such a peaceful day today. Alright, I'll get started. So for the seitan, we're going to be frying this. So just going to grab a couple pieces and chop them. I'm not gonna Okay, so got our seitan that's been rested. It's nice and goopy. And then we're just going to, it looks like squishy gravy. I'm just trying to find the best angle. I think that's good. Yeah, anytime, LF. I'd love to help people and empower them to cook better. All for it. That person sounds like AI. No, they're not AI. Okay, so we're going to just get a couple pieces. So, and they will expand a lot. So we're just going to cut them quite small. So something like this. About the size of your thumb. And then we're just going to fold them onto themselves to make a little ball. But you don't have to do a ball, honestly. You could just do like little thin strips like this. And so yeah, these are going to be fried in oil. So they're going to get really crispy. And they're going to absorb a lot of that fat. And yeah, they're just going to be crunchy and really amazing. So we've got the pieces right here. You know you're busy, but I hope you get a chance to read the chats again so you see everyone's process. No, I mean, you think it's slime. It's not slime, it's gluten. It's different. No, I mean, I'm LF, I'm here. Here checking the chats. I love when people message me. It means a lot to me. So keep doing it. All right. So I got my pot here. And I don't really want to use olive oil because it's expensive. But I don't think they have any other oil. Coconut oil, but that's even more expensive. So, yeah. Just, just dump some olive oil in here. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so I got my olive oil. And then I'm going to heat it up. Yep, so that'll be a few minutes heating up. And while that's going, I will show you how to braid seitan. So, yeah, we'll take the gluten that we had earlier, and I'm just going to cut a small piece. I'm not sure what I want to do with the rest of this. Alright, so this is the gluten here. And so what you want to do when you are making seitan is you want to knot it, kind of like braid it. And so what this does is it mimics how muscle tissue actually is. It's kind of like a lot of braids and intertwining of muscle fibers. So yeah, you're just going to get your seitan here, and then you are just going to knot it like that. And it's really stretchy. Like you can see how it can go. Yeah, you can call it slime. It's okay. It's funny. So yeah, you just keep knotting it like that. And this will just combine the fibers of the seitan in a unique way that will allow for the seitan to shred better. So this is an optional step. You don't have to do it. But yeah, I like it just to make for a better product. Yeah, so that's what it looks like when it's all knotted. And yeah, I don't know, it just feels like a muscle, you know? Like it feels like a bicep. It like pushes back, basically. So yeah, these are the two different types of seitan that I like to make, is the like really thin fried seitan, and then the knotted cutlets. But you can shape it like however you want, really. All right, and I think our olive oil is doing pretty good. If you didn't know how to test the temperature of oil when you're frying, you just stick your spoon, like a wooden spoon, into the just stick your wooden spoon into here, and if it foams, then you're good to go. Yeah. So pop it here, and I turn down the heat a little bit. So I'm trying to find the best angle. All right, about to drop it in. Ready? So I want to show you guys too. Let's see. Can you see? There you go. Okay, ready? Go. Okay, so yeah, I'm dropping them all in. You see they're kind of puffing up. are kind of sticking together, so I'm just gonna. Yeah, this pan is kind of small, so they ended up sticking together a bit, but no problemo. All right, and so now, yeah, they just cook for a couple minutes until they're kind of golden brown, and then I'm going to flip them. Should have done it on a bigger pan, but it's whatever. Yep. And now there are a few vegan meat options. They're more expensive. Alright, gonna flip them. You see how like puffy they get? They're like balloons. This is why you need to do them like really small, or else yeah, they just get so big. But they do deflate too. They do deflate as well once they come out of the oil. Oh, where's my camera? Take some pictures. They got freeze dried? No, they got deep fried. There's a difference. I'm taking some pictures right now, so that's why I'm quiet. Okay, these should be good. They're starting to smell. So I'm gonna take them out. Okay. So I mean, yeah, these are deep fried pieces of gluten, so you know these are gonna be absolutely freaking amazing. Yeah. So whenever you fry something, you want to make sure that you drain the excess oil. So what we're going to do is drain them on paper towels. You could also use a wire rack, but I honestly don't know where they keep it here, so I'm just gonna use a paper towel. Okay, so you get your plate, paper towel, just do a couple layers, like that. Get your fry guy, and I don't know if you can hear, maybe my mic, but they're very, very crunchy. And also very oily, so yeah, you want to drain them as best as you can, just so you're not eating like a whole bunch of excess oil. Yeah, see? Good. And then we are going to just hit them with a little bit of salt. And this is what makes them addictive. A little bit of salt. Cool. You can actually use like different types of salt. Like if you wanted to make a curry salt or something, that would work. Ah. Oh my god, these are so good. Yeah, these are amazing. Yeah, they're really good. It's just like fried skin. They're crunchy and then chewy. They're salty, greasy. Not the healthiest version to eat seitan, but Yeah, definitely worth it. I could eat I could eat so many of these. Oh. Mm-mm. Very good. You said you tried to make your own seitan before, LF? Yeah, when you it does take up a good amount of water for sure. Um, but I mean, compared to animal products, it's not comparable at all. Um, that being said, if you do want to use less water, um, then I would recommend I'd recommend just reusing your water. So, um, let's say you make your seitan, the water that you initially soaked, you could use that for your first rinse. And then yeah, just use the water as much as you can until it's like completely saturated with starch before doing another rinse. So if you do it like that, you'll use less water. But I understand the concern because especially when you're making it from scratch, because you really see all the water that's being used, and I think we're not used to seeing all that water at once. So yeah, it can definitely feel like it's a bad thing. So yeah, try those tricks out next time you make it. Yeah. Yeah. I would suggest using Vital Wheat gluten, but they probably, I mean, they just skip a step for you, so it's kind of the same amount of water usage, you just don't see it. So yeah, maybe just do it every once in a while, so you're not like dependent on it. Just like, keep it in your rotation. Coffee. Yeah. The seitan. Yeah, so there's a couple different ways of making seitan. You can steam it. You can boil it. Well, I say boil, but you never want to boil your seitan because it'll really mess up the texture. You want to, whenever you cook seitan in a broth or liquid, you want it to be just at a simmer. If you boil it, what you do is you expand the seitan too much, which will make it rubbery and like spongy. It's not a good texture if you do it like that. So yeah, it's not unnecessary. It's just a different way of cooking your seitan, and it's nice. I'd say simmering your seitan is one of the better ways to do it, I think, because it's quite healthy. You're not using any oil. You're just simmering it. And yeah, it's you can make a large batch of seitan if you simmer it, because you just do it in like a big pot. Yeah. Yeah. My favorite way to cook seitan would be probably outside of frying, but if I'm like making it regularly and not just trying to eat fried food, then I would do braising. And I have a video on my YouTube channel that shows you how I make braised seitan. So braised seitan, or to braise something, is to saute it first or sear it, and then you add a little bit of liquid and then cook it. So what I do with my seitan is I'll take the knots that we made earlier. This one. I guess I can show you in a second, but yeah, get the knots. Just season it with salt and pepper, and then saute it. And then when the skin is browned, which adds flavor, and it also prevents the seitan from expanding too much, which is good. You get a better texture. Then you add your liquid, and that can be anything from just like water and soy sauce to like barbecue sauce, or I like to use like a Mexican chili sauce with the guajillo chilies. And then you just let that cook at a simmer for maybe about like an hour, and then the seitan will be kind of firm. It'll have expanded a bit, but not too much, and then you just cool it down and eat it. So yeah, there's just different ways of cooking seitan. The key factor that like determines like a lot of the texture is the temperature, and then also the amount of liquid that's being used. So if you are baking seitan, for instance, there's no liquid involved. So the seitan doesn't have any liquid to absorb, so it'll become very, very dense. So if you think like deli slices, or like seitan ham or something, that's baked. So there's no water added, so it's very dense, very sliceable, very dry. So that's perfect for deli meat, for sandwiches or something. And then if you just wanted like chunks to use for like stir fries or something, the simmering method would probably work best, because you can just chop up some small chunks, throw them in your broth and let them simmer, and then you can cook them as you want. And then for something like, let's say you wanted to make seitan patties for maybe like you wanted to do some fried chicken, or you wanted to make like some steaks or something, then I would recommend using the steaming method for that, because you do want to add some liquid to the mix, or to the process of cooking it, but you don't want too much. So steaming is kind of that nice middle ground where you get some hydration, but not too much. And it's easier to shape. You just put them into foil or cheesecloth or something, and just steam them. So, and it's also quite healthy. Yeah. So that should answer your questions. Let's make sure it's not too hot. To make sure it's not too hot, if you want to be 100% sure, then you gotta use a thermometer for sure. Just use a thermometer, and that'll solve all your problems. I think like a general rule of thumb is just understanding that when you add stuff to you're getting celery. Ugh, gross. I'm gonna have to eat some more broccoli. When you add your ingredients to the hot oil, the temperature will drop. So just keeping an eye on the temperature, and then regulating it by like turning it off for a second, or adding another ingredient to lower the temperature, that'll help. But if you're really concerned about your oil being too hot, then outside of just kind of having an intuitive feel for it, which you'll get after experience, then I would just get a thermometer. That'll solve your problems. Yeah, and like frying's tricky because you don't want it to be too low of temperature because then it'll just get too oily. It'll absorb too much oil. But if it's too hot, then it'll it'll burn. But honestly, I'd rather have too hot than not hot enough because I think it's easier to regulate. Yeah. Yeah, olive oil is delicious and healthy for you. I wouldn't normally fry in olive oil generally because the smoke point is lower, so it has a higher chance of becoming carcinogenic, which is not good. But yeah, it'll work in a pinch. Yeah, it's basically cheat your own. Yeah. Vegan chicharron. My thing's dying. Let me see. Okay, I guess I can do the braise just with this one piece. Alright, so we got our seitan. Just gonna hit it with the salt. And what else do I want to use? Oh, this is so strong. Maybe some paprika. Be nice. Okay. Yeah. So just get that seasoned up like that. And I need to put some pepper on there too. I think the time delay is my fault. No, yeah, it probably is lagging a bit, but I mean, it's okay. I'm just gonna adjust this. Alright, so this is the seitan. Seasoned it with salt, pepper, and a little bit of smoked paprika. And now I'm going to cook it. So, I guess I'll use this. Here we go. Okay, so we got our pan here. I'm gonna add a bit of oil, not as much as I did with the fry. And then we're gonna heat this up. I think it's time to camera. One of the most annoying things for me is having to wash my hands every time I pick up my camera because it, you know, I don't want to get my camera dirty. Do. All right, so about to saute this. So the oil is getting hot. Let's see what you say. Your reg per the water, animal products, mostly almonds. Yeah, it's crazy when people focus on almonds and like almonds compared to dairy milk is so insane. All right. Okay, so cooking that right there. So that is going to cook just for a couple minutes each side. We're going to make sure that it's golden. Can you guys see? Maybe? Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, we're just gonna let this cook for a couple minutes each side. Bye, Rosie. And this is almonds. Yeah, don't ever boil your seitan. That's rule number one. Always simmer. Yeah, because if you boil it, you'll fuck it up. Okay. So I guess to this braise, I'm going to add some onion and maybe some salsa. That'd be cool. Well, I think the salsa is bad. All right, I'm gonna flip this. There we go. Nice and brown. Okay, and then, yeah, I'm just gonna chop up some onions for the braise. This will just add a bit more flavor. And yeah, so what sauteing the seitan will do is it will obviously add flavor, because fat is flavor, but it will also kind of make a bit of a seal on the seitan. And what this does, it'll prevent the seitan from expanding too much. And like I said earlier, when you expand the seitan, you will make it too spongy. So, yeah. All right. And yeah, I'm gonna add the onions now. Yeah, maybe I'll add some tomato paste, I think would be good. So where's my tomato paste? Add some herbs too. Add some oregano to here. What I like about cooking is you can kind of just add whatever you want and it'll come out okay. Any other? Oh, just like oregano. Oh yeah, it smells good. You going to be live tomorrow? I don't know. I might have work tomorrow. So yeah, we'll see. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna add some more paprika and some chili. All right, so I'm gonna add some paprika and some chili powder. And he said no. Yeah, I'm still kind of figuring out my my schedule for going live. This was kind of something I just wanted to do because I'm just hanging out today. Okay, that's looking good. Okay, so I'm gonna do some tomato paste. And I really like tomato paste because it is a super concentrated tomato flavor. I think for this, I'm just gonna take my seitan out and just focus on building the base of the sauce. All right. Yeah, so this is just full of tomatoes and spices and onion and olive oil. So yeah, that's gonna be really good. And you know what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put in a little bit of coffee. Why not? Add some extra umami flavor there. Some depth. Perfect. Okay, and then I'm going to add the seitan back right here. Get it kind of comfortable with the sauce. Okay. So now I'm going to add some water. Where do I work? There's a pizza place called Virtuous Pie in Vancouver, and I work there. Yeah, I'm also in the process of kind of getting my own spot to do like a Hawaiian style plate lunch. So yeah, that's in the works, but that probably won't be for a couple weeks. But yeah, I'd really like to do that because I've never done a plate lunch concept before, but it's my favorite. So yeah. All right, so we got the seitan here. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna bring the water up to a boil. Or sorry, I just said boil, right? We're just gonna heat up the water until it's at a simmer, and then we're going to let it cook for about 45 minutes, and then it'll be done. Yeah. All right, so while that's going, I'm just going to clean some dishes, and if you have any questions, yeah, go ahead and ask me. Do I ever eat pizza? I don't know. I really like health, like eating healthy. So I don't eat pizza all that often, but yeah, I do like pizza. Pizza's cool. I will probably be eating more pizza just because of the work that I'm doing. At the place I'm working at, they are they give me a free pizza for lunch, for like after every service. So, yeah, I don't have a reason not to take that. Sorry, I'm taking pictures right now. All right, and so yeah, the water is at a nice simmer. So yeah, that is going to cook for. So where is Vancouver? Vancouver's in Canada. Canada, yeah. Ooh, that's a nice shot. Anything with steam? Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, so I don't eat pizza too often, but I do like pizza. There's actually a really good pizza place in Hawaii called Floralia, and it's so amazing. It's like brick oven pizza, and yeah, they make their own cheese. Just like really good. Yeah, good. I'm glad you're learning. That's what I'm here for. Yeah. And yeah, I do have private classes that I do online. So if you're interested in kind of like specifics on cooking and improving in like whatever area you're interested in, I can definitely help you out. So where were you in Canada, Rosie? Yeah, it's a nice camera. It's a Sony. My wife is a wedding photographer, and so we have cameras all over the place. Oh, you went to Victoria. Okay, so yeah, that's in BC where I'm at. My brother lives there actually. And so yeah, let's see here. Let's switch this around. So yeah, with the braise, it's boiling. If you ever notice your seitan is boiling, just take it off the heat. Don't let it boil. Just want to keep it at a simmer. Yeah. Let's see. Cool. Yeah, but so when you're cooking your seitan, like a braise, you want the water to be coming up just about halfway up the ingredient. You don't ever want it to fully submerge. You just want it at just at halfway. That way it's not too inundated with water. Oh, and a trick too, LF, if you need to like decrease the temperature of your braise or your seitan, like while it's cooking, just add a bit of water to it, and that'll drop the temperature. Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be really good. This is kind of chili braised seitan, so it's got onions, chili powder, smoked paprika, tomato paste. Yeah. Real good. Do I live in Canada? Yes, I do right now. Yeah, I live in Canada right now. I guess a little backstory. So I used to live in Texas. I'm originally from Hawaii. I was living in Texas for a long time, like about 10 years. And last year, I decided to leave the United States. So I sold all of my things and started traveling. So I've spent about a year in East Asia and Southeast Asia. And then around May, I came to Canada because I needed to get my Canadian passport. So that's why I'm here, and I think I'll be here for about 6 months, just cooking and traveling around. So yeah, I am still traveling, but there's a type of traveling called slow traveling, where you're still moving around, but you spend a longer amount of time in each place, and that's great because it allows you to connect with the communities and just to really integrate yourself more instead of just being a tourist basically. So yeah, I'd rather be a resident than a tourist. So yeah. All done with my coffee. So yeah, this seitan is going to cook for about 30 minutes, and you see it's like just bubbling. It's not full boiling. So you want to keep that temperature. Yeah. I actually do have quite a few friends from Tennessee that lived in Vietnam when I was over there. So like we would meet up and hang out. Yeah. What does my brother do for work? He is a carpenter. So he works for a company that builds apartments, and he'll do framing for them, timber framing. So he'll do a lot of like finishing work for the company, and he also has built like tiny homes as well. So yeah. And what do you do for work, Rosie? Actually, I feel like I might start streaming just working at the pizza place, because I have I don't know if I can do that, but I'd like to. I have a camera that I can attach to my chest, and I can. Oh, you're still in high school. Oh, okay. Okay, so then what do you want to do? Do you have any idea of where you want to be in life? Oh, military, cool. Yeah, military is a good route. Do you want to like stay in military, or do you want to use military to get somewhere? Because a lot of people will use military as a way to get education, because they'll pay for your schooling. If you didn't know that. You said I don't like school. What don't you like about school? So do I ever add wine? Actually, one second. My phone's about to die. All right, we're charging. Let's see. Hi, Vegan Scotsman. How are you? If you are new to the live, I'll just catch you up on what we're doing. So I am making some seitan, which is it's a type of vegan meat, and it's made from wheat gluten. You probably know it if you got vegan in your name. So I'm just making this seitan in like a chili tomato sauce, and just showing the different types of ways that you can make seitan. And LF, I do add wine to things I'm cooking. I would have added wine to this, honestly, but we don't have any wine here, so I just added some coffee. Wine is great. If I'm doing like a tomato based dish, red wine works great. I like adding white wine to sauces as well. It's a great ingredient. It's got a lot of umami, and honestly, if you add wine to a dish, it tastes like it came from a restaurant, because people don't really add wine to their food. So when you add some wine, people are like, oh, whoa, this is good. So I don't add wine all the time, but I do like adding wine, or just some alcohol, beer too. Rose, I've been on the live for 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours. So I work at 5 a.m. in a classroom, 5 hours boring. Yeah, Rose, and I think it is. It can be kind of boring. I could see that, especially the schooling that you're doing isn't anything that's exciting or inspiring, I could definitely see that. Yeah. You are still young though, so you know, I'm sure as you get older or like spend your time in the military or traveling, um, you'll discover like what you want to get into. Vegan family dog. He pulls when I walk. So I decided to test if he likes to run fast and when I skate behind him. Ooh, nice. Yeah, that sounds fun. Where are you from? Scotsman? I'll show you the Seitan. Oh, you're literally from Scotland? Love it. I'm from Hawaii. But currently I'm living in Canada. Yeah, of course, LF. Yeah, the link to my um, classes is on my homepage. Also, if you just want to shoot me like an Instagram DM, it's the same username, Vegan Chef Brian, and yeah, then we can talk about what that looks like. You must be a great chef with vegan in your name. I like to think I'm pretty good. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm a good chef. Still learning though. You know, in anything, you're always looking to grow and improve yourself. Yeah, I actually did a collaboration with a chef in Vancouver last month, where we did like a 10-course Hawaiian tasting menu, and that guy was like 3 steps ahead of me. So it was exciting being next to somebody that was, you know, a better chef. Yeah, so I learned a lot from that experience. It was great. So I've taken those skills and applied it to what I do. Yeah. You never cook so much then as a vegan. Yeah, that's right. When you become vegan, you start cooking a lot more. Yeah. What is the vegan scene like in Scotland? Because I don't really know too much about it. So right now I'm cooking Seitan, which is a type of vegan protein. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's made from wheat gluten. So what I did is I took some bread dough and I washed all the flour, all the starch off it, so I was left with the protein. And this is what it looks like when it's just fully processed. So this is all gluten. So this is just protein from wheat. It's very stretchy, very bouncy. Rosie would say this is slimy. And yeah. So earlier what I did is I like cut it into small pieces, like about this size, and fried it, which kind of made like a vegan chicken skin chicharrones kind of product. And that was good. I ate all of it. And then yeah, right now I'm braising braising the seitan. So what we did is we knotted it up, and we're just like cooking it in a tomato chili sauce. And yeah, so it's gonna cook for about 40 minutes, and then yeah, then I'm gonna take it out and let it rest. Because with seitan, you don't want to eat it right away. Most of the time, you kind of want it to cool off and let the protein kind of settle and structure itself. So yeah, but you can eat it right away if you want to. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll fry up some more seitan. I'm not sure. Me and my girlfriend is the only ones I know here. But my girlfriend says she can introduce me to something else. And how long have you been vegan for? And also, yeah, sorry, give me 1 second. I gotta put my mic away because I'm still charging my phone. The day I was born just got lost. Makes sense, makes sense. Did you want to see me fry some seitan, Scotsman? Vegan for life for 1.5 years. I love that. That's a good way to put it, I think. Okay, I need to wash some dishes, so yeah, gonna come over here. Yeah, if you have any questions, go ahead and post them, and I'll answer. I've been vegan for 10 years. Since 2016 in April. So it's been a while. It's my 10-year anniversary this year. And I was vegetarian for a couple years before that. In high school, that's kind of how I got started. It's kind of how I got started cooking. Yeah. And I went vegan because my friend had decided to go vegan, so I wanted to like do it with them to learn more about vegan food. And then after I got started, like in that circle, I was able to connect with some vegan activists, the Anonymous for the Voiceless, and had some good conversations with them, and it really like helped me make that ethical connection to veganism. And after that, I just kind of stayed. So yeah. Hi, Marley. Marilyn. How do you say that name? Marilyn? Marilia? And Scotsman, what got you started being vegan? What's your story? Nice. Yeah, I feel like once you make that connection to the animals, it's pretty difficult to kind of change how you think, like change back. I need. Oh, you're getting broccoli. Nice. Did you decide to eat the broccoli raw? Like I did? With some hummus? Scotsman, do you have any questions about cooking? Been doing vegan cooking for 10 years now, so yeah, if you have any burning questions or concerns, I'd love to help. Well, I actually remember my grandfather trying to brainwash me with the we eat animals quite young. I always knew it was wrong, but I thought we need animal products and vegetarians were fake. Okay. Yeah, when you're a child, you really kind of are more connected to like the ethics of animal rights. I feel like because you're not uh, brainwashed, I guess. Yeah. Support. All right, yeah, just chilling right now. Not really a whole lot to do. Just clean it up. Now I know veganism, it's factually the healthiest, so I've been vegan for life since I watched the vegan documentaries. Yeah, when you eat like whole food, plant-based, it's so much better for you. Yeah. And then it's good for the animals too, for the planet. Just like a win. Win. Have you ever cooked seitan before, Scotsman? Good mental health. Also, that's a main one for vegan. Honestly, I feel like vegans struggle from mental health because once you understand like the world we live in, and then you see everyone else going kind of opposite of what we consider ethical, and then all the social pressures as well. Yeah, I feel like the mental battle is pretty intense. Yeah. Oh yeah, you should try cooking seitan. Yeah, I mean it's so nice. It's very cheap protein. It's also super accessible because pretty much everywhere in the world has flour, and so you can make it from that. Yeah, it's just really high protein, and yeah, its texture's amazing. Very versatile. I personally like it more than tofu, but tofu's really good. Actually, you know what I found out recently that I thought was absolutely amazing? They make tofu in Africa. In Nigeria and Kenya, they have their own regional styles of tofu, it's called awara in Africa. Yep. See, I had righteous anger. Righteous anger. Okay. After watching the documentary, my mental health doctor said I'm fine. I think he had bad mental health is not vegan. I mean, yeah, I think also too, like people who are non-vegan might struggle from like cognitive dissonance. Because you know they might see you acting in a way that maybe they feel like they should, but are conflicted in various ways, and so they end up like lashing out at you, which can like cause its own problems. That's the Seitan. Looking good. This is your brain on animal products. Yep. This is your brain on gluten. Yummy. Yeah, so very chilling right now. Yeah, maybe I can cook some more fried seitan since you haven't seen it, Scotsman. Alright, so yeah, I'll show you this again. So we're going to be doing fried seitan. So I'm going to be taking just a bit of this gluten here, just a little bit, and I'm going to be tearing off small pieces and frying it up. And so that'll be like a vegan chicken skin, chicharrones kind of thing. And yep, let's see. Cool. Yeah, so just going to cut some pieces here. Yeah, just really small ones like this. Just like stretch it out a little bit. And these little morsels of seitan are really good at absorbing flavor. So, yeah, once you like cook a bunch, you can like throw them into a stew or a curry or something, and yeah, they just soak up all the flavor. These freeze really well too, so I like to just make a big batch of them and then freeze them. My solicitor also told me I'm a criminal, but a good criminal. What's a solicitor? That's what I want to know. So what does seitan taste like? Good question. So seitan is, I mean, it's a it's a bread protein or a wheat protein. So I think if you didn't season it at all, it would taste like bread, because it is bread. But I mean, yeah, it's pretty mild flavor like chicken, so it'll taste like whatever you want it to taste like, depending on your sauce or whatever. But yeah, it's very mild. So yeah, I got some olive oil right here. It's the only oil I have, so that's why I'm frying it with this. So I'm gonna get it to about like 350 degrees, and you can tell when the oil is ready by adding a spoon to it. And yeah, when it starts foaming, yeah, when it starts foaming, then you know that it's good to go. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So we're just gonna drop these in here, and the oil is smoking, so that's good. So just drop them in. And these do puff up quite a bit, so yeah, that's what they look like right now. They get really foamy and puffy, and they cook for about maybe like 4 minutes each side. Yeah, and so they'll puff up, get golden brown, and then they will shrink down a bit when they're taken out. Yeah. Oh, I love this. I'm like making seitan everywhere. Seitan is my favorite vegan protein, just because it's so tasty. And these will stick together, so you kind of have to keep them separated while they're going. Yeah, let's see. So what is seitan? Yeah, so seitan is just pretty neutral flavor. Can taste like bread sometimes. Have you ever made a vegetable pilaf? I don't make pilafs that often, but yeah, I've made pilafs before. They're tasty. There's seitan. This is actually the first time I've really like cooked all day. It's nice. I love it. Not the first time, but first time in a while. All right, so that's the seitan. It's getting real puffy. One thing I'm going to call is these berries. Doll. Alright, so now I actually need a bit more time. The deal is on Seitan Foods. Oh, Alrighty, so these guys are ready to go. Just going to pop them out. And they're going to go on a paper towel. Yeah, so they're gonna go on a paper towel, and just gonna drain them right here. Yep. So yeah, just gonna go on a paper towel. Yeah, they're really good. They're like fried little bits. Yep, I guess I'll fry these other ones too. And yeah, once these are out, just going to pat them dry so that they don't have as much oil. And these are super crunchy, really tasty. Okay, now we're just going to add a bit of salt to them. And you could add other seasonings as well if you wanted to. Like, I think a curry salt would be really nice, or some like dried herbs or something. Yep. So that's them. It's really crunchy. As you can see, it is quite oily, so I wouldn't eat these regularly. But, yeah, when you want something really crispy and delicious, you can't beat this. Yeah. I think that batch was better than the first one. Yeah, this is Seitan. Seitan. This is fried seitan, and then the other one is braised. So what do you guys got going on today? This light is so bright. Let me move this. No. It's like right in my face. I'm actually blinded. Oh yeah, that's cool. You guys are both in Europe. Man down, man down. Ow, it's so hot. You're up. Alright, I think I'm done frying my seitan for today. That's good though. Yeah, it looks like my braised seitan is doing well. Oops, it's so slippery. Okay. I'm gonna go use the bathroom, so I'll be right back. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. So you're, you have any advice for someone considering working in a restaurant with no experience or poor cooking skills? I guess the question is, why do you want to work in a restaurant? That would be the first question I'd ask, just to kind of understand like what you're looking for. Um, yeah, LF. Can you tell me why you want to work in a restaurant? What's the motivation? I've never seen screens before. Interesting. um, yeah, LF. I didn't hear your answer, but I guess I'll just say, um, if you wanted to work in a restaurant, whatever your reason is, I would just yeah, if you wanted to work in a restaurant and you didn't have any experience, then I think your best route would be maybe one, just try to brush up on some skills. particularly knife skills. I think if you just practiced at home chopping or dicing things, that'll give you a bit more confidence when it comes to actually cooking. Um, but generally, when it comes to restaurants, you'd have to start from the bottom, especially if you didn't have too many skills. So that would normally mean dishwashing, maybe prep, but it might be in a smaller capacity. For the Oh, okay, you do have knife skills down. Okay, so if you have knife skills down already, then I think you could probably get a job as a prep cook. So that would involve you going to the restaurants in usually the morning and uh, chop vegetables or make sauces, things like that. Um, so that would be usually if you have some knife skills and you mentioned that like during your interview process, I think that would help uh, instill confidence in your employer that you can do your job. Um, yeah, so dishwasher or prep cook is usually the beginning spots for the restaurant industry. And then, once you learn the menu and you learn new skills and just be more competent as a cook, then you could do a line cook work. Yeah, it depends on the place though too. Like, I'm sure places like Pizza Hut or maybe more chain places that have a lower skill level would be able to train you to do like basically line cook positions off the rip. So yeah, I mean it depends on the place. If you're going trying to go to some like really nice place, you wouldn't be able to start as a line cook or maybe even a prep cook. You might have to do dishwasher first. Yeah, so it just depends on the place. It is nice to work like all positions though. No. Dishwasher is the absolute beginning. So you'll get if you want to be a dishwasher, you'll get hired as a dishwasher for sure. It's just from there. You want, I'd say like just let them know when you get hired, like, hey, I have plans to move up because I want to learn cooking and I want to improve my skills. So let them know that when you get hired so that you don't get stuck as a dishwasher because some people will just be career dishwashers. And then like when you are a dishwasher, just be the best dishwasher you can be. And then because like if let's say you're fast, right? You're a fast dishwasher and you get all your stuff cleaned up and done, then you can use that extra time to be like, okay, hey, I'm all done with my stuff. I want to learn how to prep something. Or want to learn a certain knife skill. And then you can just get with the kitchen team and start working with them and building up your skills. And then you can move up from there. But yeah, if you wanted to be a dishwasher, you would not automatically, but people generally won't turn you down for a dishwashing job, especially if they know that you have some skills. Wait, what? There's a lot of kind of small restaurants around here, and my biggest worry is they can't afford to hire someone else, let alone. Why? So why would you want to? I mean, yeah, I guess there. So there's a thing called a stage, which is where you basically work for free. It's like a working interview, and that's pretty commonplace in restaurants. Usually not dishwashers. It's usually like for prep or line. But I feel like almost 90%. If you want to apply as a dishwasher, you'll get the job. One, because I think mainly because the turnover in restaurants is so high, people want to make sure they have a couple dishwashers on their roster just in case something happens, because like if a dishwasher walks out during the middle of a shift, it like really sucks. So yeah, restaurants will usually want to have a couple dishwashers on their roster. And yeah, I mean, even if you don't get the job, you could just keep your name in their system, and they'll call you. No, thank you. I'm glad I can inspire people to cook and to, you know, make their food more delicious, which in turn will inspire people to go vegan and, yeah, just make the world a better place. But LF, with when you're mentioning an internship, I would recommend doing a stage as a prep cook. So yeah, that way you will work for free for maybe 1 or 2 days, but you'll be able to showcase your skills and kind of get your foot in the door. So yeah, pretty much don't do a stage as a dishwasher, because that's like the bottom of the barrel. Like you'll probably get a job as a dishwasher even if you do a stage or not. But if you do a stage as a prep cook, then I think it's like a better use of your time. And if they do like your work during those shifts, you'll probably be more likely to just get a job as a prep cook straight up, so you don't have to do dishwashing. Yeah, I appreciate you liking my channel, LF. You gotta spread the word if there's other people who you feel like could benefit from this content. This is so good. I really can't eat these too much because I'll get fat. Ugh. Yeah, it looks like my Seitan has maybe another 10 minutes, and then it'll be good to go. So yummy. Well, I really enjoyed hanging out with you guys today. I spent like 3 hours just hanging out and cooking. Yeah, thanks, LF. I think my biggest issue like currently is that I can be a little inconsistent with my content, but yeah, I'm committed to taking it seriously and growing. So yeah, I want to be making new videos every Monday, and yeah, I mean, I have my cookbook and I have my uh, one-on-one classes that I want to promote. So yeah, yeah, it's just a matter of time. I think if I keep this up for like 6 months consistently, then I'll have some good growth. Yeah, exactly. I'm already there. Manifest it. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'd ever change. I'm just kind of I like being myself, and you know, I'm not ever going to like not be vegan or anything. So not like that Gaz Oakley guy. Woo! 1 million subscribers. I actually saw that. I don't know if you know. Um, what's his name? Baking Herman. Um, he does a lot of European uh, European recipes, and he hit 1 million subscribers recently. So, I was really happy for him. I love his content. I appreciate you, LF. You're my number one fan. Oh wow, intense. Yeah, thank you, Scotsman. You're really helping out the cause. Yeah, I feel like Spain is the place that has the old school vegans that would make their own stuff. But I feel like they look down on you. Why do you feel like they look down on you? It's okay. So for you, like, what is your how do you prefer to um, get people to go vegan? Do you? It sounds like you just live by example. Yeah, I think there's two ways to do it. I think uh, generally, I think it's good to lead by example and show people that you know you can live a vegan life and just be a completely normal person. It's not that strange or difficult, and actually, it aligns more with everyone's values than they think because we're raised in a society that teaches us that animal cruelty is wrong, right? When it comes to like pets and stuff, and so it only makes sense to extend that to to the other animals. Um, but at the same time, I do think like holding people accountable is important, and that doesn't necessarily mean like jumping up and shaming people. But like for example, I do anonymous for the voiceless in my for my activism, and like during those conversations, like we are showing up for the animals and displaying to the world like, hey, this is what's going on, and when people come and engage with us and yeah, and want to talk about animal exploitation. I never try to like shame people and like put them down, but at the same time, I think you need to like stand up for the victims and um, really to say like, hey, um, this is happening because of you, and like, what are you gonna do about it? Kind of thing. It's like I'm not putting you down. I'm not shaming you, but I'm telling you like, hey, this is what happens to animals, and like your actions are causing it. So like, let's work together and come to a solution. And like, how can I help you? That it's that kind of thing. I'm not saying like I'm better than you. Like you're the worst person in the world. You're a murderer. Like I don't say those kind of things, but yeah, I do say like your actions are directly responsible for uh, what's happening to these animals that you're seeing on screen. So yeah. And I find that people do like that kind of firm advocacy. Um, yeah, because I mean, it shows that you're really like committed to your values, and yeah, you're doing it in a polite way that I'm sure they would want you to do if like they were in that position. You know? Yeah, Baking Herman. Yeah, yeah, I love him. Yeah, he's German. He's German. So I'm not a genius, but I have a very high IQ, and that makes sense to the percentage of vegans. Some people are just stupid and not listening to reason. I mean, I wouldn't call people stupid. I think I think it's more psychological than that. Um, I mean, we've been raised in a society that kind of yeah, exactly. Yeah, we live in a society that has conditioned us to hold these beliefs, and I mean, yeah, people also are not comfortable with change most of the time, and so there's a lot of psychological and mental battles that people go through when they're confronted with this information that goes against what they believe to be a good person. So yeah, um, I don't think I wouldn't say people are stupid, you know. And we've all been vegan and or we've all been non-vegan before, and had to come to our own journey to become vegan. And yeah, I don't think that makes you stupid. Um, but yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's another thing that's kind of a pet peeve of mine is when people say like, you became vegan because of emotions. Because it's like, one, that's not a bad thing because we evolved emotions to survive and to connect and empathize with others, and that's it's here for a reason, right? It's not evolutionarily disadvantageous to use your emotions to navigate your world, especially if you're not like volatile, like where emotions are all over the place. But two, like the argument for animal rights is honestly it's less emotional and more logical, right? Because it's like, what is your value system? Like, do you believe that animal cruelty is wrong? Yes. Okay. Well, what about farmed animals? Like, why are they exempt from this belief and value system that you have? So it is quite logical, but it gets framed as emotional for some reason. Which, yeah, one, it isn't bad to navigate based on emotions, but it actually is quite logical because it extends from the values that we already hold. So yeah. Yeah, thanks, LF. I appreciate it. Honestly, when I started, when I got into culinary, I was really scared to pursue it more seriously because I did not, in my mind, like the culinary industry was only working at a restaurant, breaking your back, not having a family life, and just dying in a in a line cook position or something, and not making that much money and just getting stressed out. So, um, yeah, when I started cooking and got into it more seriously, it really opened up my eyes to all the different possibilities. Like, I don't have to slave away in the kitchen, right? I can be a personal chef. I can be a food consultant. I can do blogs, or I can make content on YouTube. Um, yeah, there's so many routes that I can go towards that allow me to do what I love, which is cooking, but also respect my own like mental and physical health. Wow, what was that like when you found out? That sounds low key traumatic. That's a Seitan right now. Yeah. This is looking pretty good. So I think I'm gonna pull this out. I've just been cooking this low and slow for like an hour and a half. Ugh, okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be wrapping up the stream pretty soon. I just need to kind of pack up my stuff. Yeah, probably gonna go out to eat for a birthday dinner at a Vietnamese spot. Yeah, this is looking so good. We're gonna have this for dinner. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, very good. This like tomato chili sauce got reduced really nicely, and super good. Oops. Yeah, and once this cools down, it's gonna be super meaty, and yeah, then maybe I'll put it in some tacos or something. Something like that. All right, well, thanks for coming on the stream. I'm going to head out now. I really appreciated you guys stopping by and hanging out with me. And yeah, hope you learned something. Like I said earlier, if you want to learn more about making seitan, or there's some culinary skill that you'd like to work on, I do one-on-one cooking culinary classes online. So the link is on my channel page, and you can also shoot me a DM on Instagram, Vegan Chef Brian, if that's something you want to get into. I'd love to help. You know, it's one of my passions is to improve people's flavor, understanding, and their cooking techniques, so that they can empower others to go vegan as well through food. So, yeah. I'm not sure when the next time I'll stream will be. This was kind of on the just off a whim, but I do love streaming, and I do love like hanging out with other vegans and cooking and sharing skills and things like that. So yeah, I'll be streaming more often, I think. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Mahalo, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.